So this girl here had an awesome surprise for me for when I got home from work, in the form of just a nice bite, a nice greeting bite, which although it wasn't meant for me, it still ended up coming at me. So awesome, awesome way to come home to. Anyways, let's get to it. What's good with it, peeps? Yes, how y'all doing? Hope you're having yourselves a good day, just an awesome time. Morning, evening, or night, whenever it is you're watching this. Let's open up the window a little bit so it doesn't echo so much in here, actually. Just realized. But anyways, as y'all saw in the intro, yeah, I kind of got a little bit of a bite. The whole wrapping, because it's on the hand, it had to go all the way around, so it made it look a little bit worse than it probably is. It's really just like one main like thing. Like, you know, when I got home, when I got home, my girl and the doggo and Matru were waiting for me at the park. And as I greeted Matru. Another dog came to talk to us, and I greeted her too. I turned around to greet my girl, and the two dogs just kind of start going at it, man. They just did not like the look of each other, and so I had to break them up, you know, because like my girl was standing like behind me. The other dog's owner, which was another girl, man, she just started screaming like she wasn't gonna do shit. She was just screaming there like ah ah, and I was like okay. So I fucking like just jump in, pull my dog like off of the other dog, and as I go to use my other hand, I guess I accidentally like put my other hand in her mouth, and she kind of like closed the shut on my hand. So like her canine tooth kind of went straight into just underneath like my index finger. And that was it. That was the main thing, because it was like such like a sharp thing. It kind of bled. It started to bleed, so we had to come and clean it. But it's all good now. We're trying to take care of it. So as I mentioned before, she's still very much in training. We've only had her for a few months, so this is all to be unexpected. She's never bit me like that before. She's done kind of just a, you know, like snap and release sort of thing. That was like at the very beginning when we were still trying to understand each other, and then yeah, ever since she's never really bitten. And this, she definitely didn't mean to bite me. Like you could tell in the way that she came to apologize after we cleaned it up, and after like I got back to play with her, she came to me and she was like licking all my entire hand. She knew she kind of did something bad, and it wasn't her intention. I also understand that, so I'm trying not to take it too personally. But yeah, so we're gonna have to do something about the socialization overall, though. That's still, I think that's been probably like one of the biggest sort of issues we're trying to fix, yeah, I guess, or sort out, you know, or kind of like just break that habit of her like growling at other dogs. She doesn't always do it. Most of the time she's good, but I guess today was just not a good day for her, in general, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, anyway, so yeah, I was already freaking tired, and like coming home from work, just looking to unwind, and now we got more reason to unwind. So now, I guess right now we have ourselves a purpose, chat. We have ourselves a purpose and a mission. You know what? Let's put it like that. We have ourselves a mission, and the mission is to get so stupidly baked that I completely forget about my hand. Because the pain is mostly gone, but now it's just kind of like a weird feeling, you know. I can't. It was kind of weird to like roll up this J. It was a bit of a weird feeling, you know, because I can't properly flex it up. But also, just at the moment, I can't really grip. You know, I can't grip anything too hard with this hand, just based on the location mainly more than anything else. So we're gonna have to smoke ourselves silly and hope that by doing that, we forget all about this, you know. And we do have a J, as I already showed y'all. We got a J rolled up and ready to go. But beforehand, just before that, I wanted to try out this new cart. This new cart, that I bought today. It is a legal cart out here in Europe, which basically means that it's not direct THC or anything like that. Sadly, I wish it was, but unfortunately, that's not that readily available over here. It's definitely not being sold in any stores, if you know what I mean. And you know this, but I mean, some places do got it, certain places. Like, for example, where this came from. This is supposed to be HHCP Blueberry 20%, and it's a 1 ml cart. See, Chula 1 ml cart. Okay. I just turned it upside down just to check. So this one is more viscous than the other one. The other card that I had, which is also it was HHC, but it was from a different brand. The liquid was more sturdy. So yeah, so this is, like I said before, it's HHCP, and it actually comes out of Germany, man. It looks like it was packaged in Berlin. And yeah, let me show you all the packaging. It's really just this, man. It's just this with the freaking thing that we just busted open. We got a little 510 cartridge over here, and we got ourselves our battery. As you can see, it's just like, it ran out of this yesterday basically, so it was about time to get something new. So let's try this out. I think I mentioned it before, but this is supposed to be blueberry flavored, or the strain in it is supposed to be blueberry. So HHCP blueberry vape card, supposedly 20%. Cheers. Okay. I mean, right off the bat, it's more flavorful than the other card that I had on here. Because at least like in this card supposedly had some terps, like 5% of it was like terps, and I only started feeling the terps when like after the first few bits. This one I can taste the blueberry, especially on the exhale, which is interesting. I taste it a lot on the exhale. And wait. It's surprisingly smooth, actually. One of the most common things I found with like these like THC derivatives, or like the legal alternatives, is that they tend to be kind of harsh on the throat. And like they all kind of, each brand or each kind of way like manufacturer, it tends to like hit you a little bit different. I don't think it is necessarily strain related. I definitely think it's in the manufacturing and how they do it, and also the type of derivative. This is the first time I'm trying this HHCP. I've tried before THCP, which was not a fan of, but again, I don't know if that was because of the molecule itself, or because just the brand was like bullshit. That's the other thing with a lot of these alternative cards. Some of them like that will advertise some kind of effect. At least in me, somebody who smokes, has a relatively pretty decent tolerance for like regular flower, I don't really feel anything, man. So definitely I gotta look for the cards to actually make me feel something. And personally, I've been a fan of the cards ever since I first got one. Yeah, honestly, I love it. If there was like the regular like THC carts available in my area, for like I knew where I could get like decent quality ones, not Joe Schmo's garage pressed extract ones, then honestly I'll definitely be rocking with that much more. But while that's not an option, we gotta take what we can get. We gotta take what we can get. We gotta make do with the best that we got available, and this just so happens to be it. Once again, cheers, y'all. Let me know what y'all's experience have been with THC derivatives. Like, let me know if y'all try like THCA, all the like Delta 9, 10, 11, 50. I don't know how many deltas there are now. There's so many different variations now. Ever since like the HHC took off, there's just been like a kind of like floodgates open for all derivatives on derivatives on derivatives on derivatives. Like it's kind of crazy. Okay, alright, so we've taken 3 decently sized rips off of this, and so far, I mean, I'm a little bit more stoned than I was at the beginning, or let's say I'm a little bit less sober than I was, but not by much. So let's see how this baby can really do, and let's take a blinker, shall we? See if this puppy actually has some kick to it. Alright, y'all. This one's for all the ones who are having a tough day and just kind of want to relax, yo. I hope that y'all can take this hit with me and just kind of let this be your breather, Be like, and reset. Get ready to take on life once again. All right, let's do it, chat. Let's do it, guys. Cheers, y'all. Oh, how about okay, definitely, definitely smooth, man. Super fucking smooth. I don't know what the fuck this is, but it's super fucking smooth. And now I'm starting to feel a little wave of something kind of wash over me. This is nice, actually. After, dude, honestly, that was probably the smoothest blinker I've ever freaking had and felt, in both in terms of like how it hit, like how it hit the lungs and the throat and shit. Pause. But also in terms of like the wave, like the baconness coming up after it, man. It just kind of, holy shit. I don't know. It was almost like a weird feeling of being like washed up with, when you're like laying on the beach in the sand, and then like the water just kind of comes and like washes over you and then carries it. And almost like, obviously because you're too big, it won't carry you in most of the time. But just imagine that feeling of being like in the sand and the water just comes and like fills up over you, and then you just kind of flow with it. That, I guess that's the kind of feeling that I just had just now, man. Yo, so the blinker definitely helped out, man. Dude, holy shit. Actually, dude, this thing is the dope ass mood booster, man. I know I was already pretty like happy to be home and just happy to be around, but now I'm genuinely hyped. Like, I'm actually excited, yo. This is crazy. Dude. I'm feeling euphoric as hell, dude. Honestly, not too bad, not too bad. Let's take another one, yo. All right, all right. Yo, honestly, this finna be my new like daily driver. Basically, my to go smoke. This shit's finna always be in my pocket whenever I'm on the go. Or at least most of the time when I'm on the go. So yeah, man. So I'll definitely be able to kind of test it out over the next coming days and kind of like get a more overall, like a better opinion over it. A more well informed opinion over it. But as in terms of like initial thoughts, I'm pretty happy. I'm pretty happy, man. I'm not disappointed at all. Pretty happy with the initial overall experience. All right, so let's put this away for the moment. That was a good little intro. But now let's actually get to the smoking, shall we? Let's get to the smoking, Chad. Hell yeah, man. Let's actually do this, man. What we came here to do. We got ourselves a little J ski rolled up, a little J Baroni. Actually, yeah. I think I'm gonna be lighting this with my left hand now, using the lighter with my left hand. Or maybe not. No. No, it's fine. It's fine. Cheers. Here we go, man. Dude, now this is something that pretty much always hits the spot, man. It just feels different, man. There's something about flower that just it's the shit, man. It is it. You know what I'm saying? It's the bee's knees, man. I don't know. It's just something about flower. A lot of people have this whole thing of like flower or wax or shadow or whatever, like extracts in general. I mean, dude, extracts are cool. Obviously, I have very limited experience of extracts. They're not as easy to find out here, man. But when I do get a chance to get around, man, especially most of the time it's been in Barcelona. Actually, whenever I get around to Barcelona, it's more easy. It's way easier to find it, first of all, So then we actually get to mess around with that a little bit more. And like, dude, it's cool, man. It's amazing. Don't get me wrong. Like, yo, that shit will get you baked as a motherfucking cake, as a cake, bro. But it's a different high, man. It's a different high. It's not the same all-encompassing high. It's like a very like pinpoint high. It's like, do you want like this to feel something almost like like acupuncture hold up. So how when like, you go to like an acupuncture clinic, for example, or you're doing the therapy, they'll be like, if we poke like this spot in your ear, you feel it in your kidney, and if we like poke it like down here by the earlobe, that's like your cerebral cortex, or like whatever the fuck, you know what I'm saying? And they have like similar things for like the feet. It's kind of like that, like extract is kind. I would say like kind of like that, where like you take the X-ray, and then like certain parts of like you feel like certain parts of the high, but it's not gonna be that full body, like all encompassing. I don't know, man. Maybe I'm just like rambling and making no sense, but yeah, that's just kind of that was just kind of how I view it. Hell yeah, dude. Just a few tokes actually already got me like nicely chilled, bro. You know, that first I haven't smoked at all today. I mean, I had like a little bit, basically like what's left, the little remnants of the cart, like basically for my way home today. So yeah, this is basically like the first smoke of the day. You know, really getting it in. So it comes at you like real quick. You know, it's kind of crazy. It doesn't matter what time of the day it is, as long as it's the first smoke. Whew. Yo, as y'all can see, it kind of look in the video. It actually looks like it's way more box than it actually is, and that's because all the smoke seems to be staying like in this front area and not really going to the back. So behind me, obviously y'all can see it, can't tell so well, but behind me, clean air, nothing, and then over here it just looks like I'm already in a hot bugs, you know. It's kind of trippy. It's kind of trippy shit. Maybe I should have. I opened this window here. I didn't open the window in the back there, so I don't know how much circulation we're gonna get. Let's go and open that window up, shall we? Hey, hell yeah, man! Yo, shout out Lakers. I know it's I don't even follow basketball. I don't even really fuck with basketball like that. But I'm pretty sure it's the playoff seasons right now. I have no idea about anything or how it's going, but you know, this is one of my favorite shirts, bro. Definitely my favorite gym shirt, man. It's dope, man. It's just, yo, tank tops for gym shirts are just the best shit ever, man. Personally, I'll wear like a tank top and then I'll wear like a big like long ass like shirt, like a really loose. That's the word. I don't know why. I was saying like floppy and like long over. I couldn't find the fucking word. A really loose shirt. Alright, so I'll wear like a tank top that's a little bit tighter, and then I'll have like a loose shirt, as I guess most people call it a pump cover, right? That's like a gym term I've heard for it. So yeah, honestly, I don't know. I just found that was like a good gym attire, you know, type shit. Like I obviously like I like the tank top because you can see more, but I don't want to just be like that in like the gym when I'm training and shit. Like I like to come home and kind of like take it off, or like be done with the training and take it off and like see kind of the cover at the very end. That was something that I heard like Sam Sulek, also shout out to that man, bro. What a beast. But I heard Sam Sulek talk about that one time, and I thought like, dude, that's actually really interesting. He was like, yeah, you know, like I could just be training with like a tank top and just the whole thing, but it's such a fucking like cooler and rewarding feeling when you do the whole fucking work, and then at the very end you just take it off and you like take it off and you actually see your pump and you see like what you've achieved in that session. I thought, dude, that is a fucking crazy way of thinking about it, because I never really thought about it like that. And I tried it, and I was like, dude, it is like a freaking like immediate like reward, like bam, bro, like this is what you get for being there type of shit. 'Cause obviously it's gonna go away. We all know it's gonna go away. Like hypertrophy only lasts 30 minutes, is it? Like max after you're done with your like last set, basically. I think something like that. It lasts less than an hour, that's for sure. But like when you basically like when you're working out with the tank top the entire time, you just kind of gradually increasing and you don't really notice that big of a difference, versus when you look at yourself, when you see how you are, when you know how you are like getting dressed, and then all of a sudden you get undressed and it's different, and it's like, oh fuck, like, yo, this is working, man. Like I gotta do more of this, you know? Because obviously, like as you're doing the sets, you're gonna feel yourself getting like swollen, and each like muscle group getting hypertrophy, getting bigger and bigger, like more pumped up with blood. And then you actually see it. You see the results at the very end. It's cool, man. It's cool. It's legit like before and after comparisons just in your mind. You know, when they do like those renovation videos or like restoration type of shit, and they show. Like, yeah, you see the whole process, but by the time you get to the end, you don't really remember how it was at the beginning, right? So then what do they do? What does the editing do? They show you, they put the picture like side by side, and then you get a direct comparison. And it's that feeling. That's the feeling that I got, like, from using the pump cover thing, man. It was like a aha, like light bulb click. Like that is absolutely genius type moment. I don't know, but what do y'all think? How y'all like going to the gym? Or do you even like going to the gym at all? That's the whole other thing, man. Or just, I guess, just working out in general. You know, have y'all ever tried the pump cover thing? I thought I was gonna be sweating my ass off, but nah, man. It's like a tank top and like the loose shirt allows for airflow, you know. And like if you really start getting hot, then you just start like basically you grab the bottom of the shirt and you just kind of go like that. And because it's so loose, it actually creates like a bunch of wind and it just kind of comes up and that cools you down, like cools you right down, man. In hindsight, going back to talk about the dog incident, the dog bite overall. In hindsight, I will say, it's not that I'm glad that it happened, but I am happy of the timing in which it happened, because it happened like basically right after I got there, and those two, like Matru and the other dog, were on a path to meet each other anyways, you know. They were like one was coming from here and the other one was coming from the other side of the park, and they were gonna meet up eventually anyways, or like either one of them were gonna end up like crossing paths. So I don't know, I kind of feel like the fight was bound to happen. I don't know if it happened because I was involved. That also could be a scenario, but in the scenario where it wasn't just because of me and it was because they didn't like the look of each other, you know, honestly, I feel like it would have been worse if had I not been there. Because I mean, as I mentioned before, the other dog's owner was not gonna do anything. You know, she just freaked out and started screaming. So she obviously was not gonna do anything. And like my girl, honestly, I don't think she would have reacted by screaming. But her being like a 1.55 m, like about 1 meter, less than 1.60 m. I know that for a fact. 1.60 m versus a dog that's like the size and weight of Matru, and she is strong, dude. Matru is strong. Like that, like I don't know how easy or how much of a task it would have been for her to pull like dogs apart, because I literally had to grab Matru by the collar and like yank her off of the other dog, and that was a tryout for me. So I don't know. It's just kind of, I just feel like, was this gonna happen anyways? It was very fortunate timing. Maybe I'm just kind of like trying to rationalize like it happening, you know, just trying to be overly positive, like looking on the bright side of shit, man. But honestly, I don't think, I never had to separate dogs fighting like that before. That was the first time I really had to get in there, you know, like pull them apart. It was tough, man. Honestly, it was tough. It was really hard. It was a lot harder than I thought it was gonna be. Like, you always hear it online about people talking about like separating the dog, and they always say like, yo, I just couldn't get them off each other. And like I understand because they kind of like use their necks to like lock in, like intertwine, almost like not in themselves, and then they bite and then they start biting, you know, type of thing. Because it also works as a defense, because the closer they are, the harder they are to bite. So they try to like squeeze into the other person's body almost, and then just turn and bite like immediately. That's kind of their style. So yeah, it was actually tough to separate them too. And I definitely understand what people talking about, like what they were saying now. So yeah, man, summer coming in, summer's about to start, and that was definitely what you hear a lot of people be like, yo, it's about to be beach season, you gotta hit the gym and shit like that. But dude, that doesn't really make too much sense to me, you know? It's like, man, dude, you don't wanna put on the mask during summer, dude. That's not the case. During summer, you kind of want to like shred, or like, I guess most people, just in general, like it would like to get that whole aesthetic thing that people talk about, like what you don't want to be working to put on the mask. You want to be working to either like maintain it or working to cut. Like by cut, I mean like cutting down into like lean, basically like cutting fat and like maintaining as much muscle mass as possible. Winter is generally the perfect time to bulk, for sure. I mean, all the clothes anyway is just gonna be indoors all the time, so that's when like really nobody's gonna see anything. Or I guess if that's your motivation, then yeah, that's that would be like the time that makes the most sense. But I just been hearing it quite a bit, like people mentioning it here and there to me, like, oh, summer's coming in, I gotta make sure that I lock in now. And it's like, man, I don't think so, bro. I don't think so. Like, I'm sorry, bro, but I think you kind of missed the train on that one. if like that's what you're expecting. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's never a bad time to start, you know. It's never too late either. Well, mostly it's not too late. Let's put it like that. Mostly it's not too late, but it's definitely never a bad time to start. Like the best time to start was yesterday type of shit, you know, like that kind of saying. But if you're starting already with the goal of like I have to get like this far in what, like 2 months? Let's say 2 months, yeah. I mean May, June, and then you're into July. So yeah, July should be like peak. So yeah, so in 2 months I had to get this far. Like bro, nah. If that was your goal for like 2 months away, then you should have started like, let's say like 6 months back, man. Like think about it, or even like before that, as winter is coming in. Sorry, I got distracted and I completely lost my train of thought. Yeah, speaking of gym, man, one of my big plans for this year is to actually lock in. But unlike what I was saying before about locking in, like for summer, no, it's locking in for a personal goal. So yeah, I want to try and make that happen. We were close before. We were really close before. Just for reference, the goal is 90 kilos, or like more like 92, and which would basically be 200 pounds. It sounds like arbitrary and dumb, but like I don't know. I feel like that would, I don't know. I just have that desire to reach that mark, but obviously mostly like muscle mass I'm talking about. So definitely under 15% body fat. If we can keep it under 10% body fat, that would be phenomenal. But that's kind of my leeway. That's the leeway that I'm aiming for. Which, I mean, I don't have a deadline for when to reach that per se yet. Maybe I should establish one just to kind of help myself be more realistic and focused. But yeah, recently getting back into the habit of counting all my calories, which it's a little bit of a task at the beginning, but then once you build that habit, it just becomes like automatic, and you just. But yeah, for now we still gotta like remind ourselves during meals, like, oh, let me just weigh this real quick, or like let me just put this up in the app, like type of shit, so I can track it. Yo guys, I'm gonna finish this off camera. I'm just gonna kind of kick it, grab something to eat real quick, and yeah, basically that's gonna be it for the day. Hope y'all had a good one watching this. Yo, I appreciate y'all if you got this far. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe, because that will help tremendously. And I'll catch y'all on the next one, man. Check out some of the other videos, see if you can find something that you like, and don't forget to let me know what your thoughts are on like THC derivatives and just alternatives. So let me see what do you think about it? What are your thoughts? Definitely let me know down below. So catch y'all on the next one. Peace. Bye bye then.